Yeah, what's up? So I got another quick video for you all. This one is about if you're looking for an apartment and it's your first time, or if you haven't looked for a new place to live and you're back out in the market looking again. There's a few things that you want to get in order and have it all together so that it makes that process go a lot quicker and smoother. And so I'm about to talk about that in this video. So jumping right into it, before you even begin your search, you want to make sure that you have all of your paperwork, your documents, and everything like that in order. That means you got to have your driver's license or ID available. You need to have your social security number available, and any other type of documents like maybe bank statements, so that you could prove your income, prove who you are, that you say you are, so that when you go to apply, it make the process go a lot quicker and a lot smoother. After you get all your documents together, you want to know, and you kind of got to do this simultaneously of getting those documents together, know what the budget is, how much you're trying to spend on your apartment. And as I explained in the video prior to this one, when you're looking for your apartment, most apartments and landlords, they want you to qualify for at least 3 times the monthly rent. So if the rent is $1,000, then you need to make at least $3,000 a month in order to qualify for that rent amount. So you need to know how much it is that you need to make and what your budget is in regards to your apartment that you may be searching for, because you don't want to be looking at an apartment that's $1,500 a month and you can only afford $1,000 a month, even though you may think that you can, or you may know that the way that you structure your finances that you can afford that $1,500 a month apartment. Landlords in most complexes, they're not going to let you rent with them if you make $3,000 a month and you're applying for an apartment that is $1,500 a month. So want to keep that in mind. So set your budget right. And then once you get your budget in order, then you can go ahead and start your search. I would always advise you first and foremost, always, when you're going to move, connect yourself with a realtor, because realtors, they know the market. They're looking out for your best interests. They have a fiduciary duty to put you first. And if you decide to go the route of not using a realtor, use trusted sites, and make sure that even though you're on those trusted sites, that you're double checking what it is that you're looking at, because there are a lot of scammers out here on the internet. Whereas though you use a realtor, they can help navigate you through and bypass all those scammers, get you into the right places. So you can use sites like rental.com or Zillow, apartment.com, etc. When you're looking for your apartment, be really careful on Facebook, because even though there are scammers on Zillow and etc., they're really heavy on Facebook. Facebook is like the new modern day Craigslist now when it comes to that, with homes and housing and such like that. So yeah, get your search. You could get your search in order by looking online or using a realtor to help you find if you're looking to be in like a good neighborhood. If I would search by looking at schools, like the schools that are in those neighborhoods, what are those school ratings? Because typically when a school, even though if you don't have any children, when it's a neighborhood, they got good school ratings, typically that's a good neighborhood. I'm not saying always, but most times that's the case. Go by zip codes. You can check out the crime rate on the zip codes online, and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can connect with a realtor also, and a realtor will help you get through that and help you find a good neighborhood if you're trying to get into a really good neighborhood. Also, another thing you might want to keep in mind when looking for the apartment that you want to keep in mind the location, making sure that it's not too far from your work, or family. If you are a family person, you like to be around family a lot. You want to make sure it's not too far from all of those things. And when you do find you a place, you just want to make sure that you're asking a lot of questions. Questions can be like, what are the amenities you have? Because sometimes, a lot of times, when they give you like those apartment tours, they don't go over in detail all of the amenities. They may have like highlight some of the best amenities. Talk about like in terms of how is the like what are they actually like kind of looking for in a renter before you apply? Like what are their qualifications? Because they could vary case by case. Even though most apartment communities and landlords, they do want you to have, like I mentioned before, 3 times the monthly income, no evictions, no broken leases, no property debt, no criminal history, and yeah, that's about it. All their good rental history, meaning like no or minimal amount of late rent payments. So yeah, those are the few things that they're kind of like looking for. But ask them like, what are their main qualifying criteria that they look for in regards to approving the application. Before you even put the application in, ask them what are the application costs, the application fees, admin fee, the deposit, um, what type of renters insurance do they allow? Because some apartments, they have only specific types of renters insurance that they allow. You might also want to ask them what type of cable and internet providers do they allow. Some of them are they have it like whereas they only allow one provider, and so asking those kind of questions. And or electricity providers, what type of electricity providers they or utility of providers, or even asking them the question of, do they include utilities, or what utilities may be included, and if they are allocated. So those are some questions that you might want to ask them. And if you think of any more, you can go ahead and leave them down in the comments. Also, so when you find that place, you ask them all the questions. They give you all the answers that you're looking for. You go ahead, put the application in. You're approved for the application. Now it's time to sign the lease. Then you're going to want to go through the process of actually genuinely looking through that lease and making sure that everything aligns in that lease with you, that you want to be in the lease. And like it's nothing that's too crazy, meaning that like if you're if you miss if you're a little bit late on your rent, that they're just going to kick you out after one day of being late. Just look over the lease and see like what are the fees that they're going to have associated with each day of being late. Because some of them may be like, there's a $25 late fee for each day you're late, up to 7 days. Or I've seen some crazy cases where they be like, it's $100 extra a day for every day that you're late, up to 14 days, which is crazy. But make sure that you look over your lease. Make sure you're not seeing anything that's crazy in there before you sign it. And then after that, after you look it over, if there's anything that you feel like you need to negotiate with, like maybe those late fees, or if you have a pet, the pet fees, etc. Go ahead. This is the time to make that negotiation before you sign that contract. Because once you sign that contract, it's then binding. And yeah, just look it over before you sign that contract. And then after that, after you sign the contract, everything is good. You get your keys. You want to do a thorough walkthrough of your apartment. You want to make sure that any crack in the wall, any squeaky door, any light bulb that's out, you want to make note of that and inform management as soon as possible about any of those issues that needs addressing. And when I say as soon as possible, I'm saying like as soon as like 24 hours. Just go through your apartment, do a thorough walkthrough of it, and make sure that you find. It's not looking. You will. I want you to find problems that's wrong with that apartment, so that you don't be held liable for it when you move out, and you can get your deposit back. And once you do that, they give you the keys. You move in. You look at the apartment, do your walkthrough. It's time to move out. You want to make sure you leave that apartment looking extremely close, if not exactly the same way it was when you left out, so you get the deposit back, etc. I'm Mario at Cottman. Realtor ID is 0776531, and phone number is 214-554-7743. If you got any questions, concerns, shoot me a text message. I'm available 24/7. That's my personal number, or leave some comments below. Or you can visit my website, mario.callitclosed.com. If y'all got, like I said, any questions about finding a rental, I am a realtor, and I can definitely help you out with it.